Hold on to your jerseys, because what I'm about to tell you could shatter everything you thought you knew about the NBA's power structure. We're not just talking about a minor roster tweak. We're talking about a seismic shift that could send shockwaves from coast to coast. Imagine this. Anthony Davis, the brow, the dominant force, in a Washington Wizards uniform. Sounds impossible, right? Well, the whispers are growing louder, and the stakes couldn't be higher for both the Mavericks and the Wizards. For Dallas, it's about maximizing their flexibility to build around star rookie Cooper Flagg after trading Luka Doncic last year. For Washington, it's a desperate gamble, a potential shortcut to relevance after years in the wilderness, a franchise yearning for a true superstar to build around. This isn't just a trade rumor, it's a desperate plea for contention, a high-stakes poker game where the future of two franchises hangs in the balance. What if the unthinkable actually happens? What if Anthony Davis is traded to the Wizards? The implications are staggering, not just for the teams involved, but for the entire league. We're going to peel back the layers of this audacious possibility, revealing the hidden motivations, the potential trade pieces, and the ripple effects that could reshape the championship picture. Get ready, because the NBA as we know it might be on the verge of its biggest shakeup in years. This isn't just speculation, it's a deep dive into a scenario that could change everything, forcing us to reconsider what's truly possible in the cutthroat world of professional basketball. The emotional stakes for both fanbases are through the roof, with dreams of glory or fears of further decline hanging in the balance. This is the kind of move that defines eras.
People often ask how this channel puts out content like this so consistently. And honestly, I'm not doing the heavy lifting manually. I'm using Helios. It's the AI engine we built to handle the impossible parts of creation. It is literally the power behind what you just watched. If you want that kind of speed and quality at your fingertips, don't just watch AI build the future, start building it yourself. Helios is finally open to the public. Check the link in the description and go bring the heat.
Now, you might be thinking, why would the Mavericks even consider trading Anthony Davis? Here's the thing. While Ad's talent is undeniable, his injury history and the Mavericks' inconsistent performance have fueled a quiet undercurrent of discontent among fans and analysts alike. The team has struggled to consistently contend for championships, despite having acquired him in the Luka Doncic trade last year. The pressure to win now, combined with the need to plan for a future around Cooper Flagg, makes every option on the table for Dallas. On the other side, the Washington Wizards have been stuck in a perpetual rebuild, cycling through rosters without finding a true cornerstone. Their current depth chart, while featuring some intriguing pieces, lacks the star power needed to compete in the Eastern Conference. But here's where it gets interesting. The Wizards are reportedly desperate to make a splash, to acquire a franchise-altering talent. They've got assets, both in terms of players like Khris Middleton and potentially future draft capital, that could entice a team looking to retool. What most people don't realize is the sheer pressure on both front offices. The Mavericks need to ensure their future beyond the Doncic era, and the Wizards need to give their fanbase something to believe in, a reason to fill the arena. A player of Anthony Davis's caliber rarely becomes available, and when he does, every team with even a remote chance will be calling. The question isn't just if the Mavericks would trade him, but what kind of package would be truly irresistible. Could D'Angelo Russell, Jaden Hardy, and Dante Exum be part of a larger deal to balance salaries? The complexity is immense, and the tension is palpable as both teams weigh their options in this high-stakes game of chess, knowing one wrong move could set them back years. So, what would an Anthony Davis trade to the Wizards actually look like in terms of assets? This is where the speculation gets wild, but also incredibly strategic. For the Wizards, assembling a package for AD would likely involve a combination of established players and valuable draft picks. The recent trade saw the Mavericks send Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum to the Wizards. In return, Dallas received Khris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, Malaki Branham, and Marvin Bagley III, along with 2 first-round draft picks and 3 second-rounders. But wait, that's not even the craziest part. The first-round picks included the Thunder's 2026 selection and the Warriors' top 20 protected pick in 2030. The Wizards prioritized keeping their own premium draft picks and homegrown young talent like Alex Sarr, Keyshawn George, Bilal Coulibaly, and Trae Johnson out of the trade. The Mavericks, in turn, were looking for financial flexibility and assets to build around Cooper Flag. The deal allowed Dallas to shed Davis's maximum salary contract, along with Hardy's and Russell's salaries, providing significant cap relief. This isn't just about swapping players. It's about intricate salary matching, navigating the collective bargaining agreement, and finding the perfect balance of talent and future potential. The sheer number of moving parts made this a monumental task, but the reward for the Wizards could be transformative, instantly changing their trajectory. Now, let's talk about the seismic ripple effects. If Anthony Davis were to land in Washington, how would that immediately impact the Wizards' depth chart and their standing in the Eastern Conference? Suddenly, a team that's been an afterthought could boast a legitimate superstar, a two-way force capable of anchoring both their offense and defense. Ad's stats speak for themselves, averaging 20.4 points, 11.1 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.7 blocks per game this season before his injury. He instantly elevates any roster, making them a playoff contender overnight. But here's what nobody's talking about: the immense pressure on the Wizards' front office to then build around him and Trae Young, who they also acquired recently. The Wizards are clearly pivoting toward being competitive next season after a lengthy rebuilding process. And what about the Mavericks? A post-AD Mavericks team would be forced to completely re-evaluate their strategy, fully embracing a rebuild around star rookie Cooper Flag. This isn't just a simple player swap. It's a complete paradigm shift for both franchises, a strategic pivot that could define their next decade. The NBA landscape would be irrevocably altered. Imagine the Eastern Conference with a revitalized Wizards squad, suddenly a threat, or the Western Conference with a Mavericks team charting a new, uncertain course. The dominoes would fall, potentially impacting other stars and their trade values. While Kyrie Irving was also on the Mavericks, reports indicate Dallas had no plans to trade him, wanting him as a complete part of their future. The possibilities are endless, and the implications are truly game-changing for the entire league, creating new rivalries and new narratives. So, after all this intense speculation and strategic analysis, what's the ultimate payoff of the Anthony Davis trade to the Wizards? The main insight is clear. While incredibly complex and fraught with risk, such a monumental move represents a desperate, yet potentially brilliant, gamble for Washington. It's a high-reward play that could finally pull them out of obscurity and into genuine contention, giving their long-suffering fanbase something real to cheer about. For the Mavericks, it's a chance to reset, to acquire assets that could secure their future for the next decade, even if it means a temporary step back from immediate championship aspirations. The implications for the NBA are massive. We'd see a new power dynamic in the East, a reshuffled Western Conference, and a flurry of subsequent moves as teams react to this monumental shift. This isn't just about one player changing teams. It's about the butterfly effect on player movement, team strategies, and the championship race for years to come. Could this be the catalyst for other major trades, as teams scramble to keep up with the new landscape? The AD to Wizards scenario highlights the constant churn and strategic maneuvering that defines the modern NBA. It forces us to ask, what price are teams truly willing to pay for a superstar, and what does it truly take to build a championship contender in today's hyper-competitive league? What do you think? Could Anthony Davis truly transform the Washington Wizards into a force alongside Trae Young, or is this a risky move that could backfire? Let us know your bold predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth, game-changing NBA analysis that you won't find anywhere else.
I hope you got some value out of this video. And if you're sitting there thinking you want to build something like this yourself, you don't have to start from scratch. I built Helios to give creators an unfair advantage. It takes the heavy lifting out of the process, so you can focus on the ideas. It's exactly what I use, and now it's available for you too. The link is in the description. Don't just watch the future, go build it with Helios. I'll see you in the next one.